morning, you guys. How are you this fine Sunday morning? Ready to do a quick stretch. I don't want to keep you because it's a holiday and it's sunny. I am going to just roll for a real quick one. If you have a roller, just got a little tension up in my neck. You don't know what that is. That just happened a few minutes ago. But anyways, the other thing I thought I was going to do, and you don't have to, if you have a roller that's firm and steady and you're good at it, you might want to try with me. This is a little experiment. I'm going to sit on my roller and see if I can't get a little more range with my stretches. So what I was thinking, and I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to give it a go. Excuse me. For our basic rotation, 20 minutes, okay? Straight out, turn. All right, and then with that arm up, actually over, and then reach, maybe to the end. And if you're on the floor, you're just reaching out as far as you can. Whew. So remember that the contraction here has to shorten so this can lengthen, all right? It's like weight training. Gorgeous out there, but it's still a little bit breezy, so I thought I'd stay sheltered. Wimp. Oh. I think I'm going to do that one more time. It felt good. Chop, turn, and touch. Good. I'm going to move right in. I'm not sure about you, but lately we've been doing an upper body and a lower body, or two upper body stretches at once. If it gets to be too much for you, just rest through the second series for the shoulders. But I'm just going to do the can opener right here. And that's where my hands are together. And I'm going to press out. We need to create tension, okay? We want to contract the muscle. When the muscle is contracted, then we're going to stretch it. Okay, so in this case, pressing out on my knees and in creates tension and pressure here, so that muscle contracts. And then as I press my elbows together, you can feel the stretch in your upper back, shoulders. And if you maintain that contraction while you're pressing out, you're also strengthening. All right? And release, because that pressure is really hard to keep on for an extended amount of time, right? So just ease off for a minute, second, whatever, and move back into the now to make that stretch a greater range, your hands would be closer, so they would have to, further apart. So you'd have to bring your knees in a lot closer, and you'd have to stretch out. So you could use a yoga block, a ball, really anything to keep your hands apart. You can even gooseneck them, keep them apart that way, closer, further apart, right? So, adding the tension and in. We are going to do the one that slithers. I don't even know what I call it. I've called these things so many things. I don't remember. TFL Drop. So we're going to hit the bottom now. So right here, and this will be a little bit tricky because I'm unstable, right? But that's not the point. Even right here, I'm getting I'm getting really good. I don't have to even add anything. You're gonna find in some places you're just not flexible, and that's okay. You know, you just focus on that and say, slowly, surely, progress will come, right? This is one of my So I'm adding a resistance there and adding the contraction, and then I'm just going to drop. Actually, the stretch doesn't feel half as challenging as it used to. Up tall and TFL drop. Stretch right through here. Good. And let's change to the other side. Good. Everyone got a big day planned? Oh, thank goodness for the good weather. I've heard, you know, sun, rain, snow. It looks like it's sun. And then we're gonna drop. Whoa. Side a little tighter. Just take note. You know, a tightness can be individual to you and an area because of an injury or a healing process. Or from week to week, you can find new places of tension because of the workout we've done. So you gotta take the two little factors into consideration, right? Alrighty, I think this is where we go for the shark. It's the shark, I couldn't remember. Oh, no. Eccentric hamstring curl. This is what I wanted to do first. So, So you're gonna kick this front heel into the ground, creating the tension of the back of your hamstring, and then you're gonna pull away. And relax. Drop it into the floor, create the tension, and pull it back. Now this doesn't have to be like, give me all the force you got and kill yourself. But you want a really good contraction, all right? And one more here, then we're gonna add that rotation. And then a couple weeks ago, I added another rotation for this one where we drop down. So we're gonna try that. I'm gonna relax it before we go into the rotations and then take it back in. And then I'm gonna stabilize myself back there and rotate up. And change sides. And relax. I'm going to bring this into the square position. And this is where I wanted to just drop, all right? So if that's as far as you can go, or you can take it there, or you can take it right to the floor. And I'm just going to play with this positioning of my back leg and see if there's a greater stretch with that back knee closer. Beautiful. And let's change sides. Oh, we need to ease off that a little bit. Take your time with your stretches. You know, a lot of times you're stiff and it takes a lot to get down onto the floor, let alone manipulate yourself around the movement. So flow, your flow, not mine, okay? I come back to this Sunday stretch every week and I'm always surprised. Surprised and delighted. Whoops, there we go. Other foot is in front. We're gonna drive that heel into the floor and we're gonna pull back and stretch the hamstring. Oh, yeah. Relax, come back up. Hip flexor is stretched at the back here, but we're focusing right now on the hamstring of the front leg. Driving, creating tension, and stretching that muscle under in a contracted position. Good. And one more time, driving in. If this feels good and if you think you need more, just stick with this stretch for a little bit, okay? I'm actually starting to feel that in my upper back, or my lower back, sorry. As things loosen up here, they start loosening up further, right? And here comes our rotation. Real careful with this one, I would think. rotations. I feel really, really shaky. Good. So this is where I want to drop. And like I was saying, if you're not able to drop right down, or drop right down, sorry, that's the one right there. Then take it to a yoga block and drop it there and hold. I feel I can go a little bit further, but not all the way on this side. All right, good stuff. Just a couple more. I think I want to go back up. Not a lot of low body. Here's the shark. Good. Now my little notes. And our shark. So this is where we cross, create the tension, and then draw it across your body. Now the breeze feels nice. I'm working up a bit of a sweat with the stretch. Contract, pressure, stretch. Lengthen. Keeping it on this side, we're going to go to the elongate, straight up to the ceiling, and down. Breathe through it, take your time, and really pay attention to all the feelings. Good, and then I gotta let it off for a sec. Yeah, a little tender after another week of high volume, full body work. It's okay. Lengthen out front and lengthen out front and up. And this time we're going to take it to that diagonal and lengthen it across. You know, this is as far as I'm taking this stretch today. Usually when we go down to the floor and do that one, I'm feeling real tender. If you're on to, I'll do it at the end. How about that? We'll ease off this shoulder and go on the other side, and then we'll do the touch the floor at the end, and pull across. Create the tension. Pull across. Breathe. And one more time. Lengthen to the ceiling. And lengthen to the ceiling. And back in. And this is where I'm going to ease off for a sec. The tension builds. You know, especially when your body perceives trouble. It gets this. Gotta keep teaching your body to trust. This one is the length, the diagonal. Nice. Add the pressure. So this is where I said we would go back to the other side. If you're with me, if you need to take a break, you take a break. I'm just gonna shut this off for a sec. There we go. So up here, you're gonna reach and pull back, reach and pull back. So you're spearing those fingertips out to the floor. I'm going to change sides. I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm changing sides a little more often than hammering all on one side and causing my body to seize up. Good. Oh. And then the last one back to the original side, and I'm going to touch the floor in a bent knee position, and then I'm going to move my hips away. I'm finding it hard to keep the tension on and the contraction on, but that's just something that you have to objectively observe and not judge, okay? Some days are better than others. We all know that. Okay, last time here. And hips down, and then move away from the floor. Keeping the fingers in contact with the floor. And there we go for me. Woo. I'm glad that's over. Woo. Alrighty. So I was thinking that we could do the Glute Series and the triangle quads, all right? Because we did the hamstrings. Perfect, right? Let us do the glutes, the triangle quads first. I usually do the Glute Series first. Maybe we'll get a little more range in there. So the triangle quads, hang on here. First of all, you're just going to stretch the tibialis, the front of the shin, right? Good, and then take it up to the calf, and just pump it out. Oh, that's feeling tight today. And then let's loosen the hip area by just doing those hip sways from one side to the other. Good. And now we're just going to tuck pelvis and release. So up and release. So when you tuck that pelvis, this lengthens and you should feel stretched. Excuse me. Vroom, vroom. And then little circles. Now these hip rotations and mobility should help with our glute series as well. So we'll see. I just personally think it pays to switch it up and affect the muscle groups in a different order with different exercises. All right. Pigeon pose. This leg is contracting, hands are support. I'm going to kind of float through this first series. It's the second one with my leg bent out front that really affects me. And then one hand. And the other hand. And no hands if you have that balance this morning. I may or may not. Doesn't feel right. And then let's just go straight into the 90-degree bend. And let's see how we go on this one. It just feels like I'm not making the progress. Does that sound familiar? I don't see any results. Doesn't mean you can stop. You just got to keep on gently moving in the direction of your goals. Oh. All right, here we go. And the push-ups, which aren't really push-ups, it's your leg, the muscles in your leg. Holy. Oh. That's all contracted and pushing. Good. We're going to move away from your foot, adding a rotation with that stretch. And then further the rotation by reaching out and dropping that shoulder. Oh, that's humbling. Good. So much work. I was really supporting that a lot, where the legs should have been working more, I think. No judgment. Other side, pigeon pose. Finish this up. Get on with this gorgeous day. No hands if you feel you're at that point. Oh, really off balance today. Interesting. Good stuff. So we're just going to finish up with a 90 degree. All right. This seems like as far as I'm gonna go. Oh, this side is my wild child. Just gotta kind of coax it, ease into it, don't push it too far. I might have to keep this back leg bent today, and that's fine, right? Good. And push up. There, it's kind of coming into alignment now. You just gotta show who's boss. But with these stretches, I mean it. Do not. I think it's even a bigger risk to push through these stretches than it is to push through some weights. Honestly, your body's got a mind of its own sometimes, and when it's protecting itself, it's like a mama bear. Oh, it feels real good. I'm gonna have to swing around a little bit so I can get my rotation in. So we're gonna move away from the foot. Okay, we're gonna rotate on a diagonal and do the same stretch. You know, it's so funny. I don't feel much stress from the moves that I'm going through right now, but I'm wondering, sometimes maybe your body hides it on you. I don't know. Oh. And if it has, it's tucked it into my hips a little harder. All right, this is it. This is the rotation. So you're going to reach over, walk it out. Oh my gosh, it feels good. And drop. And out, and drop. Whew. Oh my goodness. Awesome. So this is how I'm thinking about my session. It wasn't one of the best I've ever had, but I'm here. I did what I could do. I understand where my body's at, and it's giving me information to go forward with, okay? So there's never, oh my God, that was an awful workout. I didn't get anything done, ever. You're always gathering information. And there you go, you guys. Check out how it feels. Alrighty, so off to the day. Have a wonderful weekend, you guys. I'm going to, today is Sunday, isn't it? So I'll post our workouts, another week of full body, and then I'm getting Nancy to get back to some isolated, but I was actually thinking of going one step in between this full body strength circuits and isolated. So there's a step in between that I love to do every once in a while too, and I think you'll like it. But we'll talk about that next week, okay? I will, well, I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, it's a holiday, but I'm here. I'm here. This is my sanity. You guys are my helpers. See you later.